YouTube. In today's video, we will be talking about the top must-have accessories for your Galaxy Z Fold 7. I'm going to be talking about accessories that I actually personally use and can recommend. Now, some are new to me, so I'll point that out as well, but let's get directly into it. Let's start here. Since everyone always throws a case on their phone, I figured why not start with cases. Now, me personally, I'm not big on cases, but there is a style of case that I like, and that style of case is the aramid fiber. This is my first time using this brand. This is Thinborn right here. So this one, if you notice, has full coverage. This Thinborn has a lot of different sticky connection points, so like the adhesive points are like all throughout here. And not only that, they give you replacement ones. So the version of this case I had was the kit, which comes with these extra adhesive. It also has a screen protector, which I did not use. And I got an interesting segment about screen protectors coming up. It's not from this brand. So as soon as I got this case, since it was my first time with this brand, I figured I would put it on my device and use it for a multitude of days and see if I could live with it. And as someone who doesn't like cases, I could live with that. And a part of it is due to how light the Z Fold 7 is. So that way, when you put this case on it, it just kind of lands in a regular phone weight, in my opinion. So full coverage Z Fold case from Thinborn. Let me show you guys another one. Yeah, that adhesive is doing what it's supposed to. As you guys can see, we have it in there and on the top and bottom. And then if you wanted to use it without the front case, this is what it would look like. And that's perfectly usable as well. Also, when you have both sides on, it kind of gives you something a little extra to grip on, because sometimes I know the Z Fold 7, like until you get used to it, I just clip my nails. So that's why I had to slip up right there. But you know, usually I'll use my nail to get in right there and go boom. But since I clipped them, yeah, I didn't have much grip there. But yeah, the Thinborn gives you a little bit more to grip on, grip-wise, to do just fingers. So that's just something else to think about with the front and back combo. Aramid fiber cases are the best because they're super thin and they're super light, and they do not add as much weight as traditional cases. With that being said, let's get more into a protective case right here. This UAG case for the Z Fold 7. I'm not going to remove the adhesive right now because I'm doing this for the sake of show for you guys. So you put the rear on. Ooh, that actually looks good with the case color, because it allows the blue to kind of come through, even though it's like, it's kind of almost adding a little bit more of a shadow to that, that shadowy blue right there. That's nice. So this one, boom, there is an adhesive strip right here that I recommend you use, because this is loose if you do not use it. But, oh, this gives you really good grip for opening. As you guys can see, no finger. Oh, okay. So if you want a little bit more of protection, you can go with this one. Now, I forgot to mention that the Thinborn also has the MagSafe, and that's a big key to some of these accessories, because is it even a case if it doesn't have MagSafe? I don't think so anymore, in my opinion. So shout out to UAG for having the MagSafe ring in there, and boom. Oh, this one's kind of smooth. Like, I actually like the feel. It's not even a lot of weight being added to your device. Hey, a W in my book. So for my people who need a little bit more protection, I can stand behind this one from UAG. Links in the description to everything I'm showing you today. Well, before I get into this next case, there's also another brand that I typically like to use, and it's Pitaka. I like their colored ones because they have, like, this one's like this typical standard aramid. It has the same feel as like the Thinborn, but their colored ones, give me one second, which are the ones like this, have a little bit more texture to them. This is the case that I rocked exclusively on my Z Fold 6. I have one coming for the Z Fold 7, but it's just not here right now, and I want to get this video out to you guys. So yeah, I'll show you guys maybe, or you might see it on my device in the future. With that being said, we have this Samsung case, this carbon fiber case from Samsung, which is a kit that comes with these terrible screen protectors. So I'm going to tell you guys, listen, this is the first time I'm doing this. The case is cool, but it's very pricey for what you get. And the anti-reflective screen protector, I tried 4 of them, failed on all 4 of them. I contacted Samsung trying to see if they'll give me a replacement or a refund. They was like, it's user error, quote unquote. Listen, 4 out of 4 with the exact same error, like a glue line up the middle. The way that you apply it, I'm telling you guys, the defective Samsung, please. You guys are gonna get a lot of complaints from customers coming up. I even told the person at customer service that that's coming. And the biggest knock, outside of how terrible that anti-reflective screen protector is, because I really liked it for the character of it, just the application process was terrible. No MagSafe? Really, Samsung? Come on, bro. You know how much this case costs? And there's no MagSafe. I get it, MagSafe is of the competitor, quote unquote, but listen, MagSafe is the standard nowadays, and any case without MagSafe, I cannot recommend, unfortunately. So moving on, carrying on. Let me put this Thinborn on the backside so I can showcase some of these upcoming accessories. Before I get into third party, I want to talk about first party accessories. Number one, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. I feel like a wireless earbud set is a must, or like it's just a convenience to have, and these come in clutch. They work seamlessly with the Samsung device, especially the Z Fold 7, or if you migrate to like a S Ultra device or whatever. These work phenomenal. They work outside of that too, as well as they are Bluetooth earbuds, and they have really good active noise cancellation, really good ambient, transparency mode, so you could get them in a gray color or this white color. Next, in the first party, this is my favorite accessory, smartwatches. As you guys can see, I got the sauce right. No! Did I let it die? I'm gonna put some shots on the screen of this with the beautiful custom watch faces. I can't believe I let that die. Listen, I've been working lately. Like, you guys don't know, I've been shooting a lot of content for a lot of different things. Accidentally let my watch die, but as you guys can see, custom watch faces like this and so on. But smartwatch, not only is it the convenience of, being able to get your notifications at your wrist, take phone calls and so forth, but they also offer a lot of fitness encouragement for health, and that's what I love about these. So Galaxy Watch, Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and that is a nice solid ecosystem for your Z Fold 7. If you want to take it a step further, you could go Tab S10 Ultra, which I do have one of those. I love that. That's one of my favorite tablets for traveling. It's just a big, massive, thin, beautiful tablet. Listen, since everyone always wants to debate about battery with the Z Fold 7 or foldables and whatnot, now the one thing that I can't get to the Z Fold 7 in the area of battery is most definitely is not the fastest charging battery, but you need something to charge it, right? So GAN chargers, these are convenient ways to get as high powered charging for multiple accessories. I love these things. I travel with them all of the time, and I use them in everyday usage. So this right here is a new one I got in from Charge, and it has like a little digital display here when you plug it in and whatnot. It's pretty cool and fun. I have this one from Nomad, which is 130 watt. This one is 140 watts, and you got the triple USB-C on that one. I got this cool one from ROG that I use with my gaming handhelds as well as with my mobile devices. So you get that option right here. I think this one's 140 watt. And then if these are like kind of on the bigger side for you, you're like, hey, I want GAN charging, but I don't want as big. I got this small, bulky, chunky little 30 watt GAN charger right here that's really ideal for traveling or small spaces, but I have one that's even better. And this one's from Nomad, and the next one is from Nomad. Give me 1 second, let me go grab it. I forgot to bring it down. And that is this one right here, this slim travel charger from Nomad, which for me is an everyday charger. It's plugged in on the island, has 2 USB-C outs. This is 65 watts of GAN charging, and this is so clutch. Look how slim that is. So ideal for travel. So these two for sure for travel and in the home. Now let's carry on the topic of charging, because listen, man, this is why I always tell you guys battery is subjective, and also you should have these accessories that I'm gonna show you to help extend the battery life on your device. And that brings us to MagSafe battery charging packs. Look how slim these are. I'm gonna show you guys a slim one first. These are both from UAG. This one's a slim one with a kickstand on it, so you get that kickstand. But since the Z Fold 7 is now larger and taller, MagSafe accessories fit properly right under the camera bump. They used to kind of go up against the camera bump. They still would work, but now for sure we have a solid connection on the MagSafe. And as you guys can see, you get a stand with this one, or you can go no stand. And both of these have a USB-C out, so you can also use them as just a spare charger for whatever, your Buds or your Galaxy Watch and whatnot. And they also have battery indicators, so you press that and you'll get it. Obviously, both of these I need to charge. I have another cool one from Charge. This one's really cool because it's just fun. This one also has a kickstand on it, but whenever it kicks in, it lights up. So for those of you out there who like, you know, a little swag, a little pop with your accessories, this is for you. And we also get the kickstand as well. But this one's really cool. It has a little RGB effect on the back and rear. I like that about it. I like that their stuff is, you know, see-through, and it also has like a lighting element. I have one more accessory from them too to show you guys. And then rounding off the MagSafe chargers is Anchor right here. One with the kickstand, one without. Again, the capacities I'll try to put on the screen if I don't remember to shout them out. But the majority are 10,000. I think these two slim ones are 5,000. So 5,000 milliamp hours, and everything else is 10,000, I believe. All right, this one's on the same principle as the others as far as having a USB-C out and the charge indicators right there. This one's Qi 2. So don't get it twisted. I think the majority of all of these are Qi 2. Another Qi 2, but this one has the screen. So this way you get information about what's going on. So you can see how much charge, the timing, and all that stuff. So that one's really cool if you like the information, and you get a kickstand with that one. So another beefy 10,000 milliamp hour, if I'm not mistaken, charging back in. Big boys with the kickstand for big boy power, or these in a pinch, which I like a lot. I use these probably the most portable power, but these big boys right here, these are those convenient portable charging powerhouses, especially for when you travel. I love stuff like this when I'm traveling. I have one right here from Charge, which has that whole see-through thing going on. You can see the batteries in there, and when you plug it up, you get information. So let me get one of these short cables, another plug. I got some cable talk going on in here pretty soon. I like these short cables like this. So this cable's from Nomad. I have one from Anchor as well. But if you plug in, you get information right here. So let's say I lay that down right there. They actually give you the recharging time. They tell you how much battery you have on this bank. They show you the wattage. So this Z Fold 7 right now is pulling about 13.8, 14 watts. That's another thing that's good to have, like these indicators, because then you start to really see how fast or how slow your device is charging. Now, all smartphones are like these tech things. They start off typically fast, and then they slow down towards the end to preserve battery life and all that, and the heat and whatnot. So just really cool to have a screen with information, and there's no difference with the Anchor right here. That's another one I'm going to show you guys that has that type of information. So you can plug in your multiple, you know, items and get multiple readings. But as you guys can see the 12.8 watts, 13.8 watts. You get to see how much the actual charging bank has. This one also has a timer as well. So that's really, really cool to get that information when charging. And on this last one, which is a little bit smaller from Romos, same thing. Oh, it's just one USB-C and a USB-A. That's the difference. The other ones have two USB-Cs and a USB-A. So smaller, one less plug. But as you guys will see, you get the same to similar information as the others. So that's why I picked these for battery banks to show you guys, because that information screen I think is very beneficial to you when it comes to charging. Since I'm here, cables. This is a Nomad cable right here. Here's the Anchor competition for like the same length. I like these short cables. I think these are like what, 1 foot cables right here, but I really like these. But you don't always benefit from a short cable. They're good for like being in the hotels, like having this GAN charger on the nightstand, bam bam, all my you know, devices in a small contained area, charging on those little hotel nightstands or whatnot. But it's also good to have a long cable. So lately my go-to long cable has been this one from Anchor, which can run up to 240 watts, as you guys can see, which is crazy. Now, you're not gonna need that with your devices, but the beauty of a longer cable, and this thing is super durable too. Like, you can do anything crazy with it. It withstands all of that. But having a longer one allows you to use your device while it's plugged in somewhere, and you know, do whatever you need to do on it while it's charging. So that way it doesn't restrict you like those shorter cables. So shorter cables for the overnight nightstand charging, or on the desktop when I'm not in need of the device. Oh, last cable recommendation are these little charge keys from Nomad. These are just little small clutch things that you can connect to your keychain if you don't mind having, you know, something other size on your key ring or whatnot. These are like in the pinch, man, I don't have a cable. Well, you can always have one with you if they're this small and easy to commute with. But these are like clutch travel cables, and I always take them with me just in case, or to keep, you know, my carry a lot smaller and compact. Now, some MagSafe rings for the back. I have this one from Pataka, which I tend to run this every now and then, but the good thing about this is, for those of you who are worried about the larger size of the Z Fold and whatnot, want a little peace of mind, you can use something like this, a MagSafe ring, and run your finger through the back, and that way you feel a lot safer about holding your device. So while holding it, this gives you a lot more peace of mind against any drops or slips. Same thing goes with if you flip it the long way, you can still like rotate this to whatever angle you need, put your finger in there, boom. You can also use this as a stand, and it flips out too. This one flips out, so bow. Got the full stand going on. We got that one, and then we have this ring stand from UAG right here. And this one is specifically intended to be a stand, like literally. So you can pull this out, boom, there you go, boom. And that one's very secure. So that's very stable if you want that, and that's what it's specifically intended for. Really strong magnet too. Carrying on in that MagSafe topic, a lot of my accessories are MagSafe. Why? Because MagSafe just makes things a lot more convenient, whatever you want to call it. Here's a Pataka wallet. This is their slim wallet. Look at how compact and sleek that is. Look at that fitment right there. That's super smooth right there. This only holds up to 2 cards though, so it's a lot more on the minimal side, but sometimes, like people like me with these aramid cases and whatnot, you like minimal. This is your minimal wallet. And let me show you the opposite of minimal. It's a full-on wallet. This is from UAG. Boom. This has that Kevlar on there. You got your card slot there. You got your standability there. But here's the other side of it. This is a full-on wallet on the inside. So boom, boom, and boom. And you basically have your full-on wallet that's rugged as can be and can keep up with you. I also have another one that's a full-on wallet. This is from Satechi, and this is the Chinese New Year limited edition one. As you guys can see, it flips out stand-wise, and it also expands into a full-on wallet. You can have your ID right there, and one more slot right here. So for my full wallet, folks, one more full wallet. We got one more for you guys, and this one's from ESR. I like this one because it gives you the little added little finger thing like I spoke about for peace of mind and safety, but it also gives you the stand. And this one also has something special in it, which is Find My. Maybe you're all Android anti-Find My. Okay, this one's not for you. But if you do happen to have an iPad or something like that and you have an Apple account, you can connect this to your Find My and literally get a Find My location on this. So that's super clutch. Now, one more wallet from ESR, which is the more minimal version of that exact wallet that I just showed you, which it still has the finger loop for, you know, peace of mind and convenience, but it also has just the card slot on the back, and that connects MagSafe as well. We just got Samsung Log on the S25 Ultra as well as the Z Fold 7. So you're taking a lot more video with Log. My log shooters out there, you guys know how it gets. You need storage. So I got 2 solutions for you guys. I have one from Anchor, which is super convenient, super light. Plug this into the USB-C, snap that on the back. It gives you a little gripping convenience. But the beauty of it is it takes either a full-on SD card or a micro SD. And then that way you can just offload all of that log footage that you're gonna be taking now, since you got Log, shooting movies and whatnot on your smartphone. You can offload it to this. Or I have this one from Hagibis right here. So M.2 2230 fits inside of here. Go ahead and connect this in the same way. This one comes with 2 different size length cables. Put that right there, boom. Now, for my gamers out there, I have the GameSir. I think this is called the S8 Plus, if I'm not mistaken. You guys will see everything in the comment section in the links. But this is Hall Effects everything, baby. Hall Effects everything, rearrangeable and swappable joystick, so you can rearrange the button layout, because you can use this not only with your phone, but with your Switch, with your Xbox, console, PC, whatever. But you know, obviously this is mobile, so that's the more ideal use case. Swappable joysticks on both ends, magnetic, Hall effects, everything. And what I love about this, you may notice there's no USB, you know, C thing poking out. But the beauty of that is you guys are gonna see other people with their Z Fold 7s connected, and it's gonna be on there like this because of the USB-C thing. And that looks funky. Well, guess what? We don't have to do that over here because this is all wireless. So our Z Fold 7 will be in the middle of it, as it should be. And the weight is balanced, and you get Hall effects joysticks, you get the back buttons, and this thing connects to a bunch of different things. Right now it's looking for the switch. That's why it's blinking red, because this is my Switch 2 favorite accessory as well. But when it comes to my mobile phone devices and gaming, this is my go-to for every smartphone. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of my Z Fold 7 top must-have accessories. Hopefully you found accessories that are useful to you. Down in the description below are links to everything that I spoke about. Maybe a few other things if I forgot about that I feel like are things that I use on a daily that I feel like you can use. But the Z Fold 7 is still phenomenal, still impressively thin, and still my favorite go-to smartphone right now. This is absolutely the most used smartphone in my repertoire. Peace.